Hi everyone, welcome to DubHacks 2020. My name is James and I'm a co-director for the event this year. I know none of us expected to be together virtually, but I know I can say on behalf of the team and I that we're even more excited to have you with us this weekend. To give a little context, DubHacks is the largest 24-hour collegiate hackathon in the Pacific Northwest, typically held at the University of Washington. As you can see, things have changed a little bit this year, but our values and goals remain the same. DubHacks will continue to empower students to turn their ambitions in tech into reality in the hopes of sparking positive change. Projects you make this weekend can make a difference in your community and potentially change the world. Please don't underestimate the impact you can have. I challenge all of you to be creative and push boundaries, learn as much as you can, and most importantly, have fun. This year, we had over 1,600 applicants from all over the world. India, Spain, Switzerland, Thailand, Indonesia, you name it. Take advantage of this opportunity to bring these unique cultural and academic backgrounds together to build something great. And again, thank you all for joining us this weekend. Your support means the world to us. My team has worked so hard to make this a smooth transition virtually and a great event for everyone. Make sure to attend all the fantastic talks, workshops, and activities we have planned for you. I can't wait to see all of you put pen to paper and turn your craziest ideas into reality. Now, without further ado, I'm beyond excited and honored to introduce our keynote speaker, Michael Siebel. Michael, a Yale graduate in political science, is now the current CEO and partner at Y Combinator, a company that has provided seed funding for startups like Dropbox, DoorDash, Twitch, Reddit, and Airbnb, to name a few. Additionally, Michael has also co-founded a couple startups of his own in SocialCam and Justin.tv, a company we all now know as Twitch. In his free time, Michael loves cooking, reading, traveling, and going for long drives with his amazing wife, Sarah, and son, Jonathan. I know that he is so excited to be here and cannot wait to share a few words with you all. Take it away, Michael.
All right, thanks for having me. I took some notes here. After 15 years in this industry, I tried to figure out what were the top 5 lessons that I wish I understood as a young person. And so here we go, and I might throw in some extra ones at the end. So the first thing is that if you are thinking or considering about being a startup founder one day, this world is not for most people. I think one of the things that's interesting is that if you're smart and you're talented, you could probably be a good banker, a good lawyer, a good doctor. There's a lot of transferable traits there. Whereas from my experience in the startup world, the extra thing that you need to continuously work on something when you're pretty sure mathematically that you're going to fail, like 99.9% chance of failure, coupled with the amount of pain and stress involved in doing a startup, means that for most people, this is not what they should do with their lives. Needless to say, being a startup founder is very rewarding, but it's not fun. And so if you're going to actually go down this road, you should understand that. And you should understand that there are going to be a lot of people around you who say they want to do startups. But when it comes down to it, their personalities are just not set up to be punched in the face every single day, like a startup founder is. At YC, we have a name for these folks. They're called scenesters. These people who want to be part of the startup scene, but inevitably, this isn't their world. This isn't where they're going to shine. And there's nothing wrong with these folks. But this leads me into kind of my second lesson. Be careful not to be guided by people who are not startup people. Most of your peers, even those at hackathons and who say they're doing startups and have side projects, are not actually startup people. When push comes to shove, they're going to do their best work inside of a company, not starting one. And that's why I feel like there's something interesting. There's something a little bit deeper here. For most of you, through middle school, through high school, and through college, the strategy that's caused you to have success is to put yourself in a group of peers. That group of peers who's smart, and talented and working hard, and then try to do as well as them. In middle school, it got you tracked into good classes in high school. In high school, it got you accepted into a good college. The problem is that doesn't work in the startup world. And the reason why it doesn't is because you actually have to be extraordinary to succeed. Instead of being average or above average in a group of talented people, you have to be incredibly, incredibly good in order to succeed, even once you're amongst a group of talented, successful, motivated people. And so I encourage you to think about a different strategy, a strategy that doesn't involve averaging what your friends are doing or averaging what their opinions are, or deciding to do something or not do something based on what they do or say. Because in this world, your peers can't guide you, unfortunately. And that's something that it takes a while for young people to learn, because that strategy has worked so well for them before. For number 3, the best analogy that I've come up with for startups really resembles sports. And it's interesting because a lot of times people come up to me and they say, why don't you go out to schools, high schools, colleges, and tell everyone they should become a startup founder? And what I say is that I would never tell everyone that they should try to be an NBA basketball player. In fact, most people, when they say, in 8th grade or in 12th grade, or even as a freshman or sophomore in college, most people who say they want to be an NBA basketball player, the best advice for them is you should have a plan B. Because there are a lot of people who play basketball, and there are only about 400 plus people who actually play in the NBA. So when you're thinking about doing a startup, you should think about this analogy. What does it take to be great at sports? Great. How many hours are you willing to put in past what the other people are willing to put in? How are you going to figure out what you're best at, the problem you have the most experience with, the angle that can basically make one of your hours of work worth 2 hours of work of someone else? So think about it that way. And if you're not the kind of person who can convince yourself that you can do something that 99.9% of people cannot, then it's okay to do something else. So, when you see documentaries about these amazing sports figures, Michael Jordan, Ronaldo, like people who work really hard, it's something that you should consider, because that's probably the amount of sacrifice that's going to be required of you if you're actually going to solve an important problem in the world, lead a large number of people, and have a lot of customers. That's probably what's going to be required of you. Nobody that I know who's running a successful company is having fun. If any of you watched that Michael Jordan documentary, it was pretty clear he wasn't having fun, but he was being successful and he was rewarding. And so if you're the kind of person who can optimize rewarding over fun, maybe this is your world. Number 4, friendships matter. There are too many people in college who are trying to get out, who are trying to act like they're already out of college, who are trying to already do a company or already do this or already do that, who look at the people in college and kind of think of them as young or slow or not with it. What I'll tell you is that there's never going to be a time again in your life where you'll be around as smart, as motivated people with as little to do. If you don't spend the time to become friends with them, then they can't help you and support you with whatever your goals are going forward, whether they're a startup or not. So you should take a second, put your kind of career ambitions to the side or your school ambitions to the side, and realize that some of the most rewarding friendships you can ever have will start in college. And if you're paying tuition and sacrificing 4 years of your life and you're not getting amazing friendships out of it, you did it wrong. You got ripped off. You didn't invest your time the right way, and the college gets paid either way. So it's up to you to hold the college accountable and get this extremely important thing out of it. Back in the day when I went to Yale, I think that I spent about $120,000 to $130,000. This would have been 2000, 2005. It was worth it because I made one friend. There was one friend that made it worth it. His name was Justin Kahn. He was one of the co-founders of my first company. That was it. No class, no professor, none of that. One friend. So keep that in mind. If you're not making friends like that, maybe you should reorient your time. Next, ignore trends. Ignore trends. If you are interested in AI, ML, NLP, because those are the things that seem cool now, know that they won't seem cool 2, 3, 4, 5 years from now. If you were into crypto in 2017 because it's what everyone thought was cool, know now, right? See around you. It's not the cool thing anymore. If you think some new, thing that everyone on VC Twitter is talking about is the cool idea, and that's what you should be working on. If you're building a Zoom competitor right now, like, literally thousands of people who apply to YC, you have to ask yourself, is that how it's really done? Is that really the game? Is the game that you start working on something when everyone in the world already knows that there's an opportunity there? Or is the game different? Is it your job to predict what the future is going to be and start working on the thing that's the trend 5 to 10 years from now, as opposed to the thing that's the trend today? When I look at companies that we have funded at YC, the thing that's become clear over and over again is when the founders believed in the beginning, no one else did. Their investors didn't believe, well, not there, but investors didn't believe, they got tons of no's. Their friends didn't believe, their professors didn't believe, their parents didn't believe. Yet they still did it. So everyone thinks that Coinbase is an amazing company and that crypto is this exciting space. In 2017, everyone had a crypto startup. What about in 2012? When Brian Armstrong did YC in 2012, part of Coinbase was that if you set an account, you got a free Bitcoin. And guess what? Nobody cared. Nobody cared. If you don't have what it takes to start a startup under those conditions, then most likely you're handicapping yourself before you start. So, ignore the trends. We have a little extra time, so I'm going to give you a couple bonuses. Bonus number 1. One of the biggest hacks on your motivation and productivity is to solve a problem that you have personal experience with. If you don't have any problems in your life, 1, I don't believe you, and 2, maybe you should go live some more life and get some problems. Most people don't want to solve the problems in their life because they've been trying to solve them for years and they're convinced they're too hard. As a result, they pick some problem they know nothing about, convince themselves that they're really smart, and then go after that problem. The end result is usually they're not really smart. They don't have a lot of personal experience, and therefore someone who actually had that problem ends up solving it, and they end up failing. So don't be intimidated by the problems in your life. While they are hard, you know them better than so many other people. And those problems are going to be solved by somebody who had them, not some random MBA or some random person doing it to make money. Bonus number 2, learn to optimize for satisfaction, not for money. I have a lot of money. I have a lot of friends who have a lot more money. Money doesn't solve their problems. My friends who were unhappy when they were poor startup founders are now unhappy when they're rich. The money wasn't the thing making them unhappy. And I got to tell you, you would be surprised how many unhappy rich people there are. And so please make sure that you're not thinking that money is going to fill that space in your life where fun should be, where enjoyment, where satisfaction should be. It doesn't. It doesn't at all. That's something you got to fix from the inside. Here's the last one to close it out. The world is your responsibility, no one else's. No one's going to fix the problems that you see. No one's going to do it. There aren't some adults that are going to swoop in. Adults are as broken as you all. They're as dumb as you all. They're lacking motivation like you all. You start realizing that they're just not that special. There's some small number of you who are going to figure out how to make the world a better place, and the world will have you to thank. So let me tell you, you have permission to go after the big problems. You have permission to not wait your turn. There's no one in front of you in line for solving important problems in the world. If you step up, you're the first person in line. With that, I want to hand it back. I hope you all have a lot of fun. Cheers.
Sounds great. Thanks, Michael. Appreciate that. I know we have a lot of aspiring entrepreneurs with us this weekend, and I'm pretty sure they found a lot of value in everything you just said. So we appreciate your time being here with us today. Now on to a few words from our amazing sponsors. First up, we have Microsoft, who couldn't be here with us, but Trinity, a member of our sponsorship team, will share a few words from them.
Thanks, James. So Microsoft is offering a sponsor prize for the best use of Azure Cloud for social good. Every member of the winning team will receive a 1-year Xbox Game Pass Ultimate and a 1-year LinkedIn Premium subscription. Also, an $1,000 donation is going to be made of the winning team's choice. Make sure to check out the workshop at 3 to 4 p.m. They will demo deploying your React and Angular apps to Azure and help you set up your free Azure account.
Next up, we have Bloomberg.
Hey everyone, good afternoon. My name is Devin. I'm part of our software engineering recruiting team. Just wanted to say hi, let you know that we'll be launching a puzzle workshop today from 4 o'clock to 5 o'clock p.m., but also we'll have quite a few engineering mentors in the mix throughout the day. So feel free to reach out, find out about our open opportunities for full-time as well as internships for 2021. We're very excited to be here. We're really excited to give you guys some brain teasers and puzzles created by our engineers in-house. So reach out and find out more. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Devin. Now we have Accenture.
Hello, everyone. My name is Robin Langevin. I'm consulting with Accenture, part of the engineering recruiting team, joining for DubHacks. We have a variety of mentors that are going to be with us today. Right now, our full-time and summer analyst positions have closed for the year, but I wanted to make it loud and clear to everyone that we have a student empowerment program that the applications are still open for, and it's a great way to get direct mentorship throughout your undergraduate degree. So for those interested, feel free to check out the thread or ask me any questions. But thanks, James.
Thanks, Robin. And like she said, we put the link in the thread or in their channel in Slack, so feel free to check it out. Next up, we have Bubble.
Hey everyone, Alex here from the Bubble team. I'm very excited to be part of the weekend with you guys. Bubble is a no-code visual programming language. You can build a fully functional data-driven web app in a fraction of the time necessary to code it from scratch. So any of you guys that are non-technical, feel free to use Bubble to build your ideas for the weekend. Additionally, we'll be hosting a no-code workshop at 1 p.m. Hope to see some of you guys there. And separately, we are also offering a Bubble prize for one of the winners for our track, where all the winners part of the winning team will receive $1,000 in Bubble credits to continue building your idea for 6 months. So yeah, excited to be with you guys and hope to interact with many of you throughout the weekend. Thanks.
Thanks, Alex. And now a few words from Pinnacle.
All right, one of our exciting prizes this year is going to be having a team chosen to compete at Pinnacle, which is the Olympics of hackathon. So one winning team will get a trip down to San Francisco and compete. We represent DubHacks.
Next up, we have Google Cloud.
Hi, everyone. So my name is Ryan. I'm a developer advocate at Google, and our challenge for the weekend is about Google Cloud. Cloud computing is all about getting things done using someone else's computers. So when you use Google Cloud, you're getting things done using Google's computers. So we have a lot of different developer products that you can try out in the hackathon this weekend. So some of the examples include App Engine for deploying web apps, Firebase for mobile apps, and also a lot of other databases like Cloud Firestore, CloudSQL, and Cloud Storage. We also have our Google Cloud Machine Learning APIs if you want to inject some AI insights into your application. So we have APIs for video intelligence, vision, speech, natural language, and translation. So the Vision API is really cool. You can send an image to the API and get back an API response with a lot of cool data insights about it. So for example, there's landmark detection to detect different landmarks in the photo, like the Golden Gate Bridge. There's also face detection to detect different faces in the photo and identify their locations as well as emotions like joy, sorrow, and anger and how likely they are for each person. We also have the natural language API for analyzing pieces of text. So some of the features include sentiment analysis as well as entity detection, which gives you information about keywords in the text. Our API challenge is for best use of Google Cloud. So just use any Google Cloud product in your project to qualify. Each member of the winning team will receive a Google Cloud Patagonia backpack, a trophy, and a water bottle. And we also have a second place prize, which is a Google Nest Mini for each team member. We also have the COVID-19 Hackathon Fund. So we are looking for outstanding projects that use Google Cloud to solve for COVID-19 related challenges. And potential categories include healthcare and life sciences, economic impact, social engagement, and education and distance learning. So, sorry, there seems to be some issues with the slide here. Selected projects will receive an exclusive invitation to apply for up to $5,000 of additional Google Cloud credits, as well as guidance from Google developers. And you can visit g.co/learncloud/hackathon-fund for more details. So we have a Google Cloud workshop Friday at 3 p.m. Pacific time, where we'll cover data and machine learning with BigQuery. So Google Cloud credit coupons, check for an email from Major League Hacking to activate $25 in Google Cloud free credits. And we also have a Firebase Tech Talk recording that's available on Slack. And if you have any questions, please just ping us on Slack and we're happy to help you. Thank you.
Thanks, Ryan. And now a couple words from our MLH rep, Jack.
Hey everyone, I'm Jacqueline from Major League Hacking. I saw a ton of you at Hack 20 earlier in the year, and it's great to see you all again. I'm a coach and a technical content creator here at MLH, and I've attended over 30 hackathons across Europe, the US, Canada, and the internet. Neil, do you want to introduce yourself too?
Will do. Hey everyone, how's it going? My name is Neil. I'm here with Major League Hacking as well. Not exactly at 33 hackathons, but close. I've been to 25 hackathons. I'm here also in Pacific time zone in California. If you know California cities, I'm in San Jose. Excited to be here. Feel free to follow MLH's social media platforms. We're at MLHacks on Twitter and at Major League Hacking on Facebook. I'll hand it back to you, Jack.
Cool. So we're about to tell you a ton of really important information, but we know that you're either going to ignore it or you're going to forget it by the time we have got through it all. So don't worry. When you inevitably do that, check out hack.mlh.io for everything that you need to know. But what is Major League Hacking? Well, we are the global hackathon community, and it is our mission to empower hackers just like you. In fact, in the last year, we've empowered over 135,000 hackers from across the world, from India, from Europe, from the US, from Canada, and beyond. And we're super excited to have you here this weekend. And by being here, you're earning community points for your school, college, or university. You can earn more by attending more member events like DubHacks, Local Hack Day, and MLH Local Host workshops. And the best way to earn even more points is to bring your friends. Coming up this week as well, we do have Local Hack Day running all week. It's got tons of different workshops happening. You can check out localhackday.mlh.io to learn more. But if you're interested in learning a new skill or getting some very special swag, definitely go and check it out. Neil, what are we doing this weekend?
Great question, Jack. Well, to start off, if you want to take a break from hacking, we have U.S. Air Force Cybersecurity Challenges happening at 8 p.m. PST today on Zoom. Feel free to take part of our 3 different cybersecurity challenges and see if you have what it takes. If you also want to take a break afterwards as well, shortly after at 8:30 p.m., we're having an MS Paint Bob Ross mini event. So if you're feeling a little bit artsy, come take a look and see if you can paint like Bob Ross. Speaking of being artsy, before that, if that's not incentive enough, we're also giving some winners to people who come out to our mini event. They're going to get our new season t-shirt for 2020. So definitely take a look out for that as well. But yeah, speaking of being artsy, if you want to draw an Octcat, win an Octcat, we're hosting a competition with GitHub. Their mascot is Mona the Octcat, and if you can draw it and tweet at GitHub Education using the hashtags myOctcat and DH20, you can get a chance to win a Mona the Octcat statue, which is really cool. Also, I highly recommend you check out GitHub Student Developer Pack. They have tens of thousands of developer tools that you get for free just for being a student. So definitely check that out, utilize it in your hack. And yeah, I'll hand it back to you, Jack, on what resources we have.
Sure. Yeah, we have a ton of resources for you this weekend. And as a reminder, they're all listed at hack.mlh.io. So first of all, don't forget to claim your free .space, .tech, or .online domain name from domain.com. It includes domain privacy too. Head over to that link on your screen and use the promo code HACKOLANTERN to redeem it. It's available worldwide. You will need a credit card, but you will not be charged for your free year. Also, check your email for up to $100 of free Google Cloud credit. Every time you go to a new hackathon, you'll get even more credits. And if you run out, don't worry, come talk to one of us. We have extra credits too. And we're going to be running a Best Use of Google Cloud prize this weekend with Google, of course. We're fulfilling the second place prizes. We've got Google Nest Minis. They're super awesome if you don't have any already. So definitely check out Google Cloud. And as they mentioned, they're also running their COVID-19 fund. You know, COVID-19 related projects going to have a chance to win an extra $5,000 in Google Cloud credits for further development. Also, don't forget to check out hardware this weekend. You know, if you are building something, you know, we don't have a hardware lab, but if you have your own hardware at home, we are running a prize category with DigiKey, and you can earn a sweet hardware prize. Also, do check out DigiKey if you're looking to get some hardware to use at future events. They're a great tool. You might have seen a DataStax Astra slide put up there. They're not a prize category this weekend, but feel free to use them. You're more than welcome to use them, but there is no prizes. And if you're not quite sure how to get started in your hackathon projects, you're just sitting there with an empty Git repo and you're like, how do I start a Node app? I don't have time. Well, just check out our hackathon starter kits. They're a great way of getting started even quicker than normal. You can get them all at hackp.ac/learn. Here's a quick recap of our prizes. Feel free to take a screenshot, but remember they are all on DevPost, so don't worry too much about remembering them. And if you do demo this weekend, you know, you can win a very special Ellie the Elephant Eye demo sticker. In fact, you don't have to win it because every single person is going to get one, and it's going to be a custom DubHacks sticker. So definitely demo. It's a great way of learning some new skills and showing off what you've made this weekend. And everyone knows at the moment it's a little bit difficult to get a job. The current climate is unideal, let's describe it as. So check out the MLH Career Lab at hackp.ac/careers. These companies and more looking to hire hackers just like you. Neil, you've got something very important to tell us next.
You bet, Jack. And on a more serious note, MLH hackathons are a safe space for everyone. Whether you're a hacker, sponsor, or organizer, you abide by MLH's code of conduct. If you see any issue, please do not hesitate to reach out to myself or Jack or any of the organizers, or you can use the contact information on this slide as well. Lastly, I want to thank all our partners for making all our MLH events possible. And yeah, happy hacking, everyone.
Thanks, Jack and Neil. We always appreciate MLH's support in our events. Up next, we have Claire from our logistics team talking about an overview of the weekend we have in store for you guys.
Hi, everyone. I'll be going over some important details that you'll need to know for this weekend. Here are the 3 main tracks the majority of you will be submitting to. Since we've started self-isolating, entertainment has become even more important to our lives, but some forms have become harder to experience in person. Consider how we can better deliver forms of art and creativity through technology. The blueprint track encompasses ideas in quantitative fields such as healthcare, finance, data, research, and engineering. As these industries advance, we should emphasize an empathetic human experience and accessibility. And lastly, the newsprint track highlights communication and culture. Consider topics such as media, language, education, and business operations. We will also recognize a team made up of a majority of first-time hackers who submit to one of these tracks. If you design a solution that doesn't fit the main tracks, you can also submit to the origami custom track. Just note that this track is not eligible to be considered for track winners, but you may win prizes from our sponsors. And obviously, since life has been pretty hectic for all of us, for those who may not get the ability to complete a traditional hackathon project, there is the option of submitting your designs to our low-code track parallels, which follow our main tracks. However, these will not be eligible for main track or sponsor prizes. Weekend logistics. Everything you'll need to navigate this weekend is in the Hacker Guide, which should have landed in your email. This contains all the information, including activity descriptions, the schedule, and prizes. If you have any questions during the hackathon, please feel free to ask the organizers, mentors, sponsors, or other hackers in the appropriate channel of the Slack workspace. Please refrain from DMing the organizers unless it's something truly personal. This is also where we will be posting announcements, so it's important that everyone joins it and checks it regularly. You can also join the Facebook community group to stay connected with us and your fellow attendees throughout the event and even after. We will be hosting several opportunities for everyone to learn from speakers and workshops as well as relax. Join Quincy and Michael and hear about their journeys as founders of their own companies on Sunday morning after you submit your projects. Dan Rosenzweig and Ralph Clark, CEOs of Chegg and ShotSpotter, will also be hosting AMAs today, so tune in to ask them any questions that you may have. We have workshops from some of our amazing sponsors that will give you resources to build an amazing hack. During networking hour tonight at 7 o'clock, several other companies will be having office hour style sessions. Come learn more about their companies and recruiting. And lastly, take a break by joining us in MLH and playing some games. We'll be creating a Slack channel for people to post Among Us codes and send out any other gaming ideas. In other exciting news, we've partnered with the amazing UW Minecraft, who have built an amazing, wonderful DubHacks themed campus just for our attendees. Hop onto the server to play some mini games during gaming hour, and tomorrow take a tour from one of our own campus tour guides. On Sunday morning, when it's time to submit projects, one person from each team must submit something by 9 a.m. You'll be able to make changes to your submission until 10 o'clock, but that is when hacking officially ends and judging begins. In your submissions, you'll need to include a 2-minute video demoing your product. Final judging is taking place live over Zoom at 2:30, where you'll be presenting to our panel of judges. If you're selected for the final round of judging, you will be notified at around 2 p.m. over Slack. You will need to respond within 10 minutes to confirm, or you may have to give your spot away, so don't step away from your computer just yet. Prizes will be announced at approximately 3:15 p.m. Here we have Roxy, Guy, and Dwana, the final judges that you'll need to impress. First place winners will be able to choose from among these prizes, such as a Facebook portal or donation to a charity of their choice. Again, all of this information is in the Hacker Guide. The DubHacks team and I are super excited to see what you can all create. And if you're brand new to hackathons, we're honored that DubHacks is your first one. Hopefully not feeling extremely anxious, but just for some supporting words, everyone has their first hackathon where they need to learn the ropes. I encourage you to make use of Slack and reach out to hackers who are also here to learn from others, discover new things at workshops, and be creative. I can't wait to see you in your brilliant ideas. Before I go, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter to stay updated even after this event ends. Post and take videos with the hashtag DH20 to be featured. And now I'll hand it over to Adam to talk about Reality, our own virtual world.
Thank you so much, Claire. When the DubHacks team thinks about hackathons, we think about innovation, education, and community. Coming into this online event, we were fairly sure that we could pull off having a very innovative and educational experience for all of you. But community is hard to create online. It's hard to recreate that experience of walking around in the hub ballroom or another large space and seeing all of your peers working on projects even so late as 4 a.m. at night. And we wanted to be able to recreate that sort of very organic sort of community building experience online. And to that end, we launched a digital project called Reality. So let me share my screen real quick. Oh, that's going to break the slides. That's okay. So this is Reality. It's a virtual world, but it's not just that. It's entirely multiplayer. And you can see as Andrew walks over here, we can sort of say hi to each other. Hey, Andrew, how are you doing? Are you excited for DubHacks this weekend?
Yeah, I'm super excited to see what everyone's going to create.
Dude, me too. Reality will be launching over the next 20 minutes as the Slack API limits allow us. So you'll be receiving a Slack DM with instructions of how to hop in to explore this virtual world, meet other hackers, and interact with some of the experiences we built in, including a collaborative puzzle that I'm excited to watch people figure out. And so now it's time to start hacking. Remember, as Michael said earlier, you don't have to ask permission to change the world. You're first in line to create the change you want to see. So now just go do it. Thank you and have fun this weekend.